You're listening to Kerry Lutz's Financial Survival Network, where you get valuable information you just can't find anywhere else. To thrive in today's trying times, you need the Financial Survival Network, now more than ever. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and get your free newsletter and gift. Financial Survival Network, now more than ever.
And welcome. You are listening to the Financial Survival Network. I'm Kerry Lutz. Today is 12/15/21. Well, you probably heard of these things called NFTs. You probably have little or no idea what the heck an NFT is. It's part of the blockchain, and it's a part that's becoming more and more popular and more indispensable to the overall functioning of e-commerce and the chain. Well, here to explain it is our good friend Noble DraKoln. Noble, it's great to have you back. So first, you got to tell us, what the heck is an NFT? I've gotten questions out there. Nobody gets it. Simply, in as few words as possible, what is an NFT?
Hey, Kerry, thanks for having me on the show. I love it. In as few words as possible. There you go again. You're always trying to put me in these little boxes. All right. As few words as possible, it is basically showing ownership of an asset on the blockchain. And that's really the most unique thing that's ever happened on blockchain to date. And the ownership could be digital. It could be reflective of physical items. It could represent ideas, but such as IP. But it's for the first time having a digital tracking mechanism for ideas. And so to date, no one's ever been able to do it. People have made JPEGs and files and the like, and we've been copying and downloading indiscriminately since the internet, right? Everybody, hopefully people on this show remember Napster, people trading music back and forth and doing all those things. Sure. NFTs essentially establishes one idea, one item actually written down on blockchain, similar to being written down on as a Bitcoin or as an Ethereum or whatever other crypto they finally have caught up to.
Okay. All right. So when you heard about selling digital rights to famous paintings, I realized that was our first introduction to it. What did the lucky purchasers actually buy when they bought these NFTs? Because I'm not quite sure.
We'll go to the most famous example, right? You know, the largest sale in history of a living artist, $69 million for BEEPLE. BEEPLE sold his digital JPEGs for $69 million through a Christie's auction. And everyone was wondering, why is that of value? Why is that of note? And what did you get once you bought this NFT? Because right now we all live in the, very real physical world. And if we can't touch it, smell it, or eat it, it has almost little value unless it's the concept of ideas. And then everyone's understood why this was such a monumental feat. And what makes it unique is that up until now, the most that BEEPLE had ever sold one of his pieces for was $100, primarily as a JPEG for doing work for someone else. And that JPEG could be copied, sent to other people. It didn't really matter. His utilization of it and proof that he not only created it, but it also given the rights to someone else. It never existed until the concept of non-fungible tokens. Up until now, everyone looks at tokens such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other cryptos as fungible tokens, as mediums of currency exchange. And that's become hyper popular, where you look at the price of Bitcoin and you sweat if it goes to 60,000 or if it drops to 40,000, and you're seeing how you can trade that into real cash. Well, non-fungible tokens was for the first time something of value that cannot be easily equated to something else. So, for instance, you may have two houses on the same block, but those two houses have different value based on the upgrades, number of rooms, bathrooms. So those two houses will never sell for the same. That's a non-fungible event. That had never occurred before in the digital world until people wrote it on the blockchain as a non-fungible token. Can't be divided, can't be changed, can't be split, but you can prove that this item was made at a certain time, and based on the metadata or the data that you input to create the non-fungible token, who owns it, when it was created, why is it created. And so in the beginning, people were kind of curious, what is it that you own? And the reality is you own that NFT, you own that instance on the blockchain of creation of that item. Now, things have kind of evolved, and they're going to continue to evolve in the space, where things such as Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, which recently had a sale of one of 10,000 NFTs, I think for $760,000. Those particular NFTs did give rights. They gave rights to making T-shirts, making derivative works, and the like, and that's basically written into the NFT. And as these NFTs evolve, the contracts get more sophisticated and people get to use them in different ways. So even now, a group of people bought several of these Bored Ape Yacht Clubs and created their own music band that they're now selling records on and the like, and people are, excited about it. So there's a lot of interesting things going on with this NFT space. And the beauty of it is it's all documented. Up until now, you've never been able to document your digital life. And that's pretty exciting, especially heading into the metaverse.
All right. So the metaverse, what is Mark Zuckerberg's whole point about the metaverse, and why should we care?
Yeah, I particularly Mark Zuckerberg in his point about the metaverse, I'm not sure. I think that he's trying to convert Facebook into what it's always been anyway, a virtual life. I know you and I, Kerry, both know people who can't do nothing but watch their Facebook feed ever since Facebook's been out. They're constantly on it. And Facebook birthed an industry of people who can't stop watching their Instagram or watching their TikTok. And so people have already been living in the quote unquote metaverse, these fake lives that they see other people have. But more importantly, it seems to me that they're trying to pull in what video gamers have been doing this whole time. These avatars, I don't know if you remember World of Warcraft or Second Life or some of these other games, people are actually pretending to be other people and having digital lives in Second Life. I don't know if you remember that. It was crazy. But up until now, nobody can make money at it. Crypto has changed all that, where you can actually be inside the game and do actions and generate crypto. You can do actions and generate NFTs. And that's really the most interesting part. I've told people for the last 7 months or 8 months that the new gig economy, was Airbnb at one time. It was, Uber and Lyft. That's all going to go away. The new gig economy is going to be basically video game play, where you're going to play to earn. And every single video game company is now starting to turn their model from you paying to play to you playing. And because they're gathering your data, you're going to earn. And so now that's really what the metaverse is about. You being in charge of your data and generating income from your data and how you're being sold. It's going to be a very interesting world coming up in the next 5 years.
All right. Well, this is all fascinating. So what's going on with cryptos now? Looks like Bitcoin is making a bearish move. It double topped. If you're at the Head and Shoulders, it sure is showing one right now. It's actually a triple top, which is even more bearish. And it broke its 200-day moving average. So it's trading 48,000 as we speak. And it's looking really bearish. What's your take?
Don't just survive, thrive. The Financial Survival Network.
Arcana Corporation is on the verge of bringing the world's highest grade silver mine into production. The Revenue Virginius mine in Colorado has proven improbable silver reserves grading nearly 37 ounces per ton silver, with an all-in sustaining production cost of only US $8 per ounce of silver. The mine is fully permitted with infrastructure already in place, and the company has announced they plan to commence production in 2020. Achieving successful production usually results in a significant upward share price re-rating on the Lassonde curve. Arcana trades under the ticker AUN in Toronto and AUNFF in New York. To learn more, go to arcana.com. That's AURCANA.com.
This is the Financial Survival Network, the information you need to thrive now more than ever.
My take we've been at this game for a long time, Kerry. I've been trading for over 30 years. And my take, and this is no financial advice, is that if Bitcoin's cheap, buy it. Every time that it's had one of these events, it's actually doubled, tripled, and quadrupled in price. The last time it went from 20,000, dropped to 9,000, shot to 60. This is the seasonal move for crypto, the December dumps, it seems like. And it's just an opportunity for people to come in, because right now, a couple of things have occurred. We see more retail investors have bought Bitcoin during this dump than ever before. We see more institutional people starting to accumulate assets during this move down. And part of this complete dump was a wallet that everyone was tracking pushed over $200 million worth of Bitcoin into the marketplace. And even though this is a pullback, it seems to have been absorbed, because we're not back at the $20,000 phase like we were last year this time, where it was. So I just look at all of this, that crypto hasn't had a long enough time period for us to even fathom where it's going next. And until there's been some definitive rules or regulations stating that crypto is out of the picture, every chance you get, you got to be in accumulation mode. This is just this is where I'm at personally.
So you're one of these hodlers, but it could conceivably go down. Like
we're gonna go to zero, Kerry.
I'm not even saying that. I'm not saying.
Kerry, it was like this is this in our lifetime. It was zero value. It was 10 cents. It was $1. It was $10. And so now when people say that it's going down, it's a bearish move, I just kind of laugh, because the reality is last year it was 9. The year before that it was at 3. I bought it originally at 360. I'm not a hodler, but I'm not ridiculous.
If you bought it at 70,000, you're hurting. All right. So
yeah, of course, but that's where you dollar cost average down, or you just hold. I mean, there's just the reality of this thing.
All I'm saying, I'm not saying it's going to zero. I'm not saying it's going to become worthless. I'm saying, how do we trade this to find the optimal entry point? All right, at this move down, because maybe it's seasonal, maybe it's something else. Maybe
you're right. It could be anything. It's just a weird. I just say that it's just a weird. I wish everything that I've done over the years and all the books I've written on trading could make me predict these markets when it comes to crypto. Crypto is its own beast. Just a good example, Shiba Inu, one of these altcoins, these meme coins, they call them. They have a Shiba army of like 200,000 people consistently who do nothing but buy the dips. It's a bizarre space that people are almost rallying to the point of frenzy and fanaticism. You've got these Bitcoin maxis that no matter what, just come in and just buy Bitcoin and believe every other crypto is ridiculous. It's a very different, it's almost like a soccer team, you've ever been to the football club, the soccer clubs, and you see the people battling in the stages against each other, and they live and die for their soccer team. This is what crypto.
Arsenal's my favorite, but
there you go. Right. I grew up as a Liverpool fan. So these people, it is a bizarre, I wish it could just be the charts, and it could be it is the mentality of the community.
But from Jesse Livermore, from the master traders of the world, the charts map human nature. They are human nature. All right.
They can't. I can't fight with you on that. I'm just telling you that there's a bizarre thing in this space that you blink and it's all the reverse.
What's the next crypto coin we should all be cornering the market on? If you missed Dogecoin and you missed Shiba Inu and you missed Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano and Chainlink and the Graph, and you missed them all, what should you be buying now?
If you missed it all. I'm telling you now, I have been really aggressive on Polkadot. Polkadot actually has got legs.
Okay, Polkadot I've heard about. What about Solana? It's similar to Polkadot, right?
It's similar to Polkadot, and I will tell you this. I believe Solana is the Ethereum killer. I bought Solana.
Really?
I bought it back when it was $40, $30 or $40, and it shot to 200, and now it's like 150 or
full back. What you expect, because the charts are human nature.
What you expect?
And I'm not saying, I'm not denigrating cryptos by any stretch.
Oh no, I know you're not.
Hey,
It's crazy.
Market.
It's a crazy market. I'm just telling you that I read through the telegrams and I read all this stuff, and it's not like we can just always look at the chart. This is one of the times where I've had to be a fundamentalist when I ignored all the fundamentalists my whole entire career, because it's just interesting watching and listening to the people.
Great. I wish I had bought it at Bitcoin at $7 when I had the chance. Bought it for $1,000 worth. I wouldn't be talking to you now. So Polkadot and Solana, buy both, or
So this is no financial advice, anybody. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. I own a lot of Solana. I bought it when I saw it at 40. I read everything. I like Solana. I believe in it. What I like about Polkadot is they've had an event where you can pledge your Polkadot to different projects, so that those projects can now come on Polkadot chain. So basically lending your Polkadot out. Well, I'm going to earn more Polkadot and earn more of whatever token we lent out. And you just got to hold it for 2 years, I think. So that's what I did with the Polkadot. And I thought that was a great strategy to avoid the moves up and down.
Hey, one tax aspect that's actually tax advantaged in cryptos is there's no wash rule, meaning that you can sell cryptos, take a hit, buy them back nanoseconds later. You take that loss, and then your basis is reduced. Your trading income, all sources, is reduced by the loss, and you never really had to compromise your position. I talked to somebody about that today, and I don't know how long that's going to last. I'm down a couple bucks, but the good thing is, anytime you're at a loss, you have a negative position, you could sell them off and buy them back, and then when you get a loss again, sell them off, buy them back. Hey, let me tell you my top 5 holdings. Tell me what you think. Obviously, Ethereum. Mm-hmm. What can you say about Ethereum? I think
Ethereum 2.0. We're all waiting on it. It could be next month, 2 years, but Ethereum 2.0 is the promise. And so I'm a big holder. Excuse me.
Will Ethereum fork at that point, or it's just going to be a new?
No. So Ethereum 2.0 is the idea that they're going to go away from the idea of mining to staking only, and that's going to change all the miners. And so things are about to change when they change the algorithm and make things cheaper on the network.
Okay. All right. So Ethereum, is it going to supplant Bitcoin, you think, or is Bitcoin?
Ethereum has already supplanted Bitcoin.
Well, total market cap.
So when you look at Ethereum solely by itself as total market cap, then no, it doesn't seem like it. But the reality is all of the tokens that are built on Ethereum outweigh Bitcoin by tenfold. And so it's already supplanted Bitcoin as the number one winner in the marketplace. So Ethereum wins in my book. Yeah,
but in terms of its appreciation potential vis-a-vis Bitcoin, that's what we really care about. True, it's the standard, no question. Yeah. But does Bitcoin, does it eventually eclipse Bitcoin?
Oh, absolutely, because it's burning. That's what the promise of Ethereum 2.0 is, that the Ethereum is going to burn, not just mint. And that's going to start adding to the value proposition.
Okay. I like
Ethereum, that. Ethereum 10,000, Ethereum 30,000 is more than likely in the near future.
Cardano?
I still don't understand Cardano and ADA. I mean, I don't even know what their product is. So I bought some a while back with the hope that they're going to start. Polkadot eclipsed them. Cardano had the same promise, but Polkadot actually has functioning activity.
Okay. Chainlink?
I like Chainlink. Say, anything that's going to, we're all living in the idea that these things are going to be separate, but they're not. Web 3.0 promises that Chainlink, Polkadot, and all these are going to be winners.
Uniswap.
I love Uniswap. Unfortunately, it's a dinosaur. I've got a bunch of Uniswap, and the reality is the promise they had early on is not the promise they're going to deliver on the future. I don't really see them lasting as a DEX, even though they've got legacy, until they do some real significant changes.
The Graph?
I don't know that one. That's a new one.
The Graph. Okay.
Oh, I don't know everything. Kerry, there's like a billion of them.
Well, there's a lot of.
How about Ravencoin? Do you know Ravencoin?
I know. My friend started mining it 3 years ago. He's got a ton of it.
And it's about to have, come January, they're going to have the algorithm. So people are looking for a big Ravencoin pop. And Ravencoin, because Ethereum is moving from a mining to a staking format, many of the miners are looking at Ravencoin as the next big mining opportunity.
He had like a couple of rack PCs mining them 24/7. He's got a bunch of them. Maybe I should buy into it. Dogecoin, is this just come and gone? I
hate Dogecoin. I hate that coin so much. And I hate it because I always thought it was going to pop. I didn't know when. So I bought in a little bit at a time, and I didn't buy enough. But it's one of those, there's no utility. They've tried, the old founders tried to create a utility. It is literally the definition of a meme coin, but I don't think it's ever going to go away, to be honest.
All right, Shiba Inu.
You know what? I don't know what the developers are doing. They created a really good exchange staking mechanism. I bought the Shiboshis. I'm waiting for their next step. Hopefully, in 2022, gives us some awesome stuff.
All right. Hey, Noble, want to find out more about you? Connect on the web. Connect on the Metaverse. Can we connect on the Metaverse?
We have a podcast called Crypto 10X. You can find us on YouTube. We also can find me on LinkedIn anytime. And you can also visit us at accreditedinvestorjournal.com.
All right.
Just happy to be here. Thanks, Kerry. As always, I know you like crypto. I just don't know what's happening. The fundamentals, man. The fundamentals. I don't
There are no fundamentals.
Exactly.
It trades just on emotion, which is what's so cool about it. You don't care about earnings. You don't care about CapEx, expropriation by the government. None of that matters. It's just the emotions, raw emotion. And that's why the charts can be so instructive.
And the bots. In the bots. The emotions and the bots, they all are playing us.
The bots are just an extension. Hey, if you got a question for Noble, shoot me an email, kl@kerrylutz.com. Don't forget, go to the website, Financial Survival Network. Those websites are totally archaic now, but people still go to them and sign up for your free newsletter. Noble, always a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, happy holidays, my friend.
Hey, likewise.
Thanks for listening to Kerry Lutz's Financial Survival Network, your solution to today's trying times. For the latest, go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com. Financial Survival Network, now more than ever.